This is what my face looked like at ages 23 and 24, and this is what my face looks like now at age 25. I went from being considerably unattractive and getting no female attention to, for the first time in my life, having an abundance of women actively pursuing me and interested in me based off just my looks. And I wanted to make this video because a lot of the looksmaxing advice I see on the internet seems to come from people that are already clearly blessed with good looks, claiming to have looksmaxed when in reality they just went through puberty. I didn't start looksmaxing until my mid-20s, so my results are not attributed to puberty, but rather things that I've done to cause my glow up. So without wasting any time, the biggest thing I've done to improve my face by far is fixing my recessed jaw. I did not get surgery for this. Instead, I've been doing a method called jutting. Jaw jutting is a technique used to correct a recessed jaw, or in other words, an overbite. Here's what my face looks like while jutting versus while not jutting. The logic here is the same as when you get braces and they put the rubber bands on to basically pull and realign your jaw. You're doing the same thing just without the braces and rubber bands, obviously, but the whole goal is you push your lower jaw forward until your bottom teeth align with your upper teeth, and you hold it there all day. And I've been doing this long enough now that I've actually developed a permanent jut. I no longer have to make a conscious effort to jut. It's completely subconscious, to the point where I talk with a jut, I sleep with a jut, and the muscles have strengthened and tightened in this position to the point where, to be honest, it feels quite unnatural to not jut. I have effectively fixed my overbite completely naturally, which has given me more forward growth and has lengthened my lower third, increasing overall facial symmetry. One of the fastest ways I was able to improve my looks was learning how to add contrast to my face. And this is probably one of the fastest ways to glow up, is by increasing your facial contrast. Here's an example of facial contrast. You can see with higher contrast, her lips have more vibrancy, they're a redder hue, her eyes are wider and brighter, and her eyebrows are dyed a darker color. And she actually looks more attractive simply from just increasing her contrast. Like, I would smash. And this is why when you're talking to a black person, the whites of their eyes and their teeth just pop out so much more. And that's because their darker skin is clashing with their brighter parts, and it's creating that contrast. So essentially, the tanner you can get, the better. The more just exaggerated your features are gonna look. So once you're tan, to really make all of your features pop, for the teeth, I obviously just like to use whitening strips. For the whites of the eyes, I like to use Lumify drops to really brighten up the sclera. And for the lips, I like to use a rose-tinted Vaseline just to add some vibrancy and a little bit of a redder hue without it looking too feminine. And one thing you can do, I just don't do it because I already have pretty naturally prominent eyebrows, is you can dye your eyebrows with like beard dye. Eyebrows are super expressionary, super important. So if you're blonde or ginger, I definitely recommend doing that. And if you really want to go above and beyond, this is the most sus thing I do, okay? But if you want to add a lot more contrast to the eye area, one thing you can do is use eyeliner. Don't use black because it's way too overpowering. People will know you're wearing it. So just get a brown pencil and lightly apply it to the lower and upper lid. The logic here is basically that the dark circle around the eye makes the white eye pop even more. It's contrast. I had a huge problem with bloating. Like, my face was just chronically bloated all the time. Even when I would get super lean, like single digit body fat, I would still have like a puffy face. And I figured out what was causing it was I was just eating way too many carbs. This was the difference in my face when I went from eating 300 to 400 grams of carbs a day to significantly reducing my carbohydrate daily intake down to like 100, 150. Other things that will bloat you are too much salt on a day-to-day basis. All of the seasonings I own are sodium free. Sugar is horrible, obviously. I guess I'll touch on skincare. How I cleared up my face is completely attributed to diet. Like, literally, I wash my face with warm water, and that's the extent of my skincare routine. I just started eating whole foods, and I stay away from sugar now. Like, you shouldn't need a skincare routine if your diet is on point. If your diet is locked in and you're still breaking out, I would recommend Accutane. This is my little sister. She ran Accutane, and this was her before and after. Other reasons you could be breaking out might be that you're working out and you're not washing your face after, so all the sweat and oils are sitting on your face and they're clogging your pores. So super important. If you do anything active, wash your face. And something additional you can do if you want your skin to glow and shine is, after putting moisturizer on in the morning, just simply apply SPF. The moisturizer will absorb into the skin, but the SPF won't fully absorb into the skin. So basically, it's going to just kind of topically sit on your skin, and it'll give you this glow effect all day. This is what all the Korean people that have like that glass skin are doing. They're just really heavy on SPF. SPF is great. It's got a ton of anti-aging properties, other benefits. You should be wearing SPF every day regardless of if you're getting sun exposure or not. I had a really asymmetrical face, and to be honest, nobody really has a perfectly symmetrical face. It's pretty rare, but that's something that's exceptionally hard to fix without surgery. However, there is one thing I did that worked like crazy, which is I abandoned the swoop hairstyle that I had been doing since high school. And instead I opted for a middle part, which I could not recommend more for most guys. The middle part adds symmetry to your face because you're splitting your hair directly down the middle. It's the easiest way to get more symmetry instantly to your face. You could do that. You could also wear a hat. A hat will, of course, add perfect symmetry to your head. My hair is actually chopped right now. This is a tragic time to be filming this video. I went to Great Clips like 2 days ago, and this girl was new to cutting hair. I was trying to be nice, and this is what you get for being nice, bro. Anyways, last thing I'm going to talk about, and I should have talked about this first because none of these things in this video matter if you're a fat ass. If you're overweight and you're trying to Looksmax, that would be equivalent to training your abs, but you're too fat to even see them. That would be meaningless. So step one is you need to be under 12% body fat. Doing any of these things while not being under 12% body fat, in my opinion, is just meaningless because of how much body fat plays a role in how your face looks. And just because we're on the topic of body fat, physique maxing. You need to get in the gym, bro, because two guys have equal face cards, but one guy has a better physique. The guy with the better physique is gonna pull. You don't need a training program to get in decent shape, but if you're interested, I've been lifting for 7 years. I was a fitness influencer. I have a workout program. You can find it in the description. The entire objective of the program is to literally just get you as aesthetic as possible. Whereas most fitness programs just focus on sheer mass accumulation and gaining size, I more so prioritized aesthetics, you know, the goal being the Jeff Side body, the David Lade physique. That's the goal. Once again, you can find that in the description. I'm gonna end the video here. I don't really want to just overload you guys with information, and I'm kind of getting sick of hearing myself talk. But if this video does well, I would be incentivized to make a part 2. There's a lot I left out. It's just, I know people's attention spans on here. But yeah, if you guys want a part 2, just leave a like and let me know in the comments. You can find me on Instagram at Dylan McKnight Official. It's a new account. I just made it.